Hey YouTube, coming at you with the Great League Remix team. This one from Dexon, whose name is Daniel, and he says, I'd be interested in hearing your opinion on this Great League Remix team. It helped me reach veteran rank in one of the battles. In one of the battles, the opponent went AFK, and I wasn't sure whether I should leave the battle or not. Never leave, you just play it out. The fights are not, yeah, that's fine, that they're not in order. Okay. The team itself, I kind of like. I looked at him like, you know what, you have a ton here, which I like. You have like bulk and Diggersby and Jellicent. You have coverage for like steals and fighters and fairies to a certain extent, right? And you got answers for like Jellicent's weak to dark, and you have an answer for dark and Tink is weak to ground, and you have a water and Jellicent, and you are weak to grass, but that's fine. Like you can maneuver around that. So interest is, yeah, we'll see how it goes. But on itself, it's a good team. Flygon, holy smokes. So Flygon, even though it has fly in the name and it's flying around, it is actually a dragon. So fire would be resisted. So gotta go Scorching Sands. Do get the move off, but they do shield. You can probably take a move. They are shadow, so it probably will hurt, but I doubt it takes you out. And getting to that next Scorching Sands here, I doubt it takes out, but we'll see. No, not surprising that they live. It's kind of a weird one because if you know they have Scorching Sands, yes, Fairy Wind's super effective, but a Scorching Sands would be super effective. So yeah, you have to shield this up. So giving that shield right back. Oh, it's just, I mean, I don't know the counts either. That's fine. Sand Slash, you do have Heavy Slam. It is a Powder Snow one. Drone would be super effective, so you might want to catch or just like instant swap. Yeah, so just try to catch there. In the back is a Steelix. Steelix is Thunderfang, which is super effective, but you have Surf. So this will start to chip here. A significant amount of chip because they are a shadow, so over 50%. You can, I mean, if it's Crunch, it'll hurt. If it's a Psychic Fangs, it's fine. It is a Psychic Fangs. It does lower your defense, so these Thunderfangs that are already super effective are going to add that up real fast here. Do you grab the shield on the Surf there? Can you get to another one? I think you just have to let this go. Yeah, I don't see a point of shielding here unless you're going to try and, okay, trying to bank that. Maybe that'll work. A draw run, you'll live. You'll get off a Heavy Slam. I don't know if a Heavy Slam actually does enough. It is neutral because they're half ice. It's going to be close. They live with a couple HP. You know what? You may get the Hex and then Surf off. Take you out, Hex and Surf. Yeah, Hex and Surf. So actually that was a... shows what I know. That was a really nice sort of shield and bank there for the win. Tink into Diggersby. So overall, a good matchup. They get out into Ferret, and there is your Tink to deal with the Pokemon. Yeah, nothing. They have nothing, right? Unless, yeah, no, nothing. Trailblaze, Swift resisted, and the Sucker Punch is resisted. So just straight up resisting everything here. Play Rough won't be enough here, but Ferret's bulky enough that I don't know if 2 Heavy Slams actually takes it out. It's one of those weird ones where it's like you probably could have just gone Heavy Slam first to see if it was 2 Heavy Slams, because it for sure wasn't going to be 1 Play Rough. So you were going to need at least a Heavy Slam. So if you don't know how much damage it does, you could opt to go for the smaller one first just to see if you can get by with 2 there. And then if you can, great. If you can't, then you can go the heavier one next time around. But, you know, mirror match, these Heavy Slams are neutral on the Fairy. Like super effective on the Fairy, resisted on the Steel. So net neutral here. So this is good chip. Down to the yellow and CMP. That's huge. Do you already take out the Ferret? Sorry, that was last matchup. Bombardier. No. Yeah, I think it's Bombardier. The Bombardier French here was coming out, so but yeah, so this is a ghost. Sorry, you're a ghost, they are dark, so it's obviously a terrible matchup, but you wanted to ensure alignment on the Diggersby. Plus they are flying, so you can only go Fire Punch here, which makes this pretty tough. You probably need at least 2 here. Fly lands and does a good amount of damage. Gonna get the first Fire Punch off here. Probably need a second. You know what? That actually did a lot of damage. You have to shield and just try and farm down. Gonna let this go. And they do throw the Rock Tomb. So gonna shield up this move now. It is just a bulldoze. Fire Punch is enough to take this out. So nice over farm there. And now we just go back to back Fire Punches here. So there's one and back to back. Here comes the second one, and this will be enough to take out. So good energy management on the end here. Dust Noir. I was going to say pretty good, but it's actually kind of neutralish because, yes, you double resist Astonish, but they also double resist your Quick Attack. And you only have a Scorching Sands, which is fine, is a good move, but they have a super effective Dynamic Punch. So, I think you outpace, but the move itself is an advantage there. Primeape coming in is, again, kind of hilarious, as if we're not going to have a fighter answer here. So we grab a shield. Close combat will hurt. They do just go Rage Fist. They're just going to try and Rage Fist their way through this. It is all neutral, right? Rage Fist. Nope. There's a close combat and almost takes you out. Going to grab this last shield or take them out here. And they do let it go. So there goes the Primeape. You can keep alignment. Or you can just kind of mirror match it with Ghost. Knowing that they're going to get to a Dynamic Punch before you because you just dumped your energy. Yeah, so this is kind of a weird one. You can probably live, but it's going to put you deep red. And honestly, you hope this takes them out and then just run with whatever's in the back. And it is a Corviknight. And again, this is one where Corviknight is kind of bulky-ish. So you probably do need a Shadow. Yeah, but I think 2 Surfs is maybe enough. So you always want to just go for just to see. And they do shield. So I still think it's... My gut says it's still two Surfs. Yeah, because as you can see, that Shadow Ball takes it to like the deep yellow. But after the hexes, you're like very, very, very deep red. But you probably still need another move there. So I think 2 Surfs is probably the way to go. And they outpace you here. Yeah. So if anything that you're going to take from this video, just know that. Like if you don't know how much the damage does, and the first move is not like pathetic compared to the second one. Like I'm talking like, if you don't know how much a Frenzy Plant does and you have Aerial Ace and Frenzy on Superior, you still throw the Frenzy, right? Because almost all situations, Frenzy is better. But in this situation where Surf is actually a good move, you know, you might want to just throw the Surf just to see if it could chip to 50% that you only need 2 Surfs as opposed to, oh no, Shadow Ball's not enough, now I'm in trouble. But speaking about trouble, Carbink into a double super effective Heavy Slam here. So that's why it does 50% because both Rock and Fairy are weak to Steel. So here comes the second one. This will grab a... No, they just float sacrifice it. Oh, brutal. And unfortunate for you, that is sacrificed to shield with Meganium, and you have 2 Pokemon weak to... Yeah, I was going to say, might want to catch and sacrifice, but you can maybe just Quick Attack Fire Punch a bit. Like, I would come Diggersby, Quick Attack Fire Punch. You're going to have to take 1. You're bulky enough that you can probably live it. It is a Shadow, though. Yeah, it's going to be tough. Like, just try and put some pressure on... Like, try and grab this shield. Put pressure on here. Maybe try and catch here. Yeah, smart. Knowing that you're going to lose CMP tie and they were going to get to move. So basically sacrificing this. That does an insane amount of damage. But now they did too much damage. You get to a Fire Punch here. Smart heads up play. Oh, no, Fire Punch not enough to take out. Shadow Meganium hits pretty hard. So this is probably going to take out. Yeah. Honestly, you played that perfect. You played that as best as you could. Another Flygon. I haven't seen one Flygon. Why are you on your second one already? Yeah. So I think you're overall playing well for someone who's just in the 2500. Grab 1 shield. And this will probably grab the second shield. Again, if you come in with Diggersby, you're probably at a disadvantage because quick attack is double resisted on the ghost, and they're going to have super effective icy winds. So yeah, just going to come straight in with Tink, force them to throw that Shadow Ball. I mean, they could bait here, but it's a little trickier with a Steel. And getting off that Play Rough. Is it enough to take out a Shadow Driftblim? It is. That's big. Instant swapping. Go Lurk in the back. And they try to catch or snipe. Both successful because they're in here. Scorching Sands, that does a lot of damage. And we know Scorching Sands, your weight is not going to do enough. Scorching Sands? Why do I have Scorching Sand? Did I edit that wrong or did I... I'm going to find out right now. So I say Scorching Sands. I do have it as Scorching Sand. Scorching Sands. There we go. And they have to try and slap down. Because, yeah, they have to try and slap down. Because you have a shield, so there's no point of throwing. Diggersby, mirror match. See who wins CMP, and then we'll go from there. So, looks like they will win CMP. You have a 1 attack Diggersby, which is pretty low. So, not surprising they win CMP. Hoping for an attack fall. Maybe that's a way to switch up this matchup if you lose CMP. And there is an attack fall on their end. So, now advantage you. And because of that, really nice catch on your opponent. That's a heads up play. The lowering of the attack changed up the lowering of the attack changed up the matchup so much that they thought it was better to catch the move. And because you threw right away last time, they assumed you're going to do it again, which isn't a safe assumption. Like if I know I'm going to lose CMP, there's a reason that I probably should not throw right away. But got the Tink on it, took it out. Heavy Slam because they are half rock. So this is neutral because rock is weak to steel and steel resist. So net neutral, going instant swapping, knowing at best you have a mirror match here. And Jelson can, with Surf, can do a decent amount of the handling for the Bastion. Yeah, I'm not surprised they're letting this go because they saw the Diggersby in the front, so the chances that there's going to be a Diggersby in the back is pretty low. They do Fire Punch you out. What do you do here? Because you're probably not going to be able to Hex down. So you come Tink and just take this out here. And then trying to shield your way through the Bastion. They do shield and they instant swap, so that's almost that combo is beneficial for you because you just lost one of the shields here for your super effective Surfs and are able to maybe come out with energy for the Diggersby that comes back in where you would not be able to Hex down. I am surprised you're not shielding because now these fast moves are going to start to add up on you. But they are, I guess, seeing the writing on the wall. Have to shield up 1 for sure. Or hoping that your resisted Hex is not enough to take them out. But you have Tink. They did bait a Fire Punch, which is a nice bait. Because they can probably get to, it'll be close. But they may be able to get to the Scorching Sands here. Try and catch. I can see you trying. They did kind of hold and throw. So it could probably just a Fire Punch to take you out. And now you do get to move. Looks like they did not catch. Take this out. And how much do we have left on the Bastion? Couple HP. Good enough to farm down for the win. Dusknoir. Again, we've seen this kind of awkward. Both fast moves resisted. Scorching Sands new control. Dynamic Punch super effective. Gonna get to Scorching Sands first. Is it first? Is it 15? Does land. No lowering of the attack. Opting to shield up a potential. Yeah, it'd be like, I don't want to say the move would be stupid, but it is a very, very risky bait there. Because because throwing a double resisted Shadow Punch as opposed to a super effective Dynamic Punch, which only cost 1 extra fast move, that trade-off is not worth it. Going for the Fire Punch, trying to tackle down, but yes, double resisted. Going to quick attack down, yeah, double resisted. Primeape comes in. You do have 2 answers, so I would expect a swap here after this. Or get to the second Scorching Sands, try and put on some pressure on that shield, knowing that Primeape is glossy, and then swap here. They do double shield, grabbing those 2 shields back. I'm guessing a close combat in Bale. So there's the close combat. There's the Bale into Corviknight. Only going to get 1 move off, so we're just going to go for the Play Rough. Resisted. Can we get to an Iron Head? Heavy Slam? Heavy Slam, nope. Yeah, where do you go from here? Do you just sacrifice Diggersby trying to get to a Fire Punch? Nope, gonna come to the Jellicent. Hope they don't have payback. Hope it's just at best Sky Attack. They have payback, okay. Gonna trying to catch / get to a move. They do hold back. The Primeape now comes in with a move. They did have a lot of energy. They have 2 close combats, basically. They did. There goes that. Can we? No, you're going to have to throw here. So do throw. But I think they're going to have some energy coming out here. And there's the energy to take you out. Umbreon. Holy crap. This is going to be a long matchup. Okay. Umbreon versus Diggersby. This is going to be long and slow. The moves are not going to do much. And it's not even a Dark Pulse. It's just a Foul Play. So it's probably going to need like 4 Foul Plays to take you out. There's 1 Scorching Sands, and you're going to need 3 of those to take them out. So you guys can go get a drink of water or something, because this is going to be a while. So there's the second Foul Play. Here's the second Scorching Sands. And they give up switch into Togetic, and then yeah, there's the swap into Tink, where you have super effective Heavy Slam, and just taking resisted charge moves and fast moves here. Dazzling Gleam registers, but obviously resisted. Here comes the super effective Heavy Slam. Probably not enough takeout because the Heavy Slam is just a garbage move, but they do shield. Okay. There's the second Dazzling Gleam. Does put you to the yellow. It's a Dazzling Gleam is a good move. Here comes the second Heavy Slam. Does put them within a couple HP. Do take them out with shield advantage. They come in with their their Dark into a Fairy, which is a decision unless they're just going to pure sacrifice this, which they are. Tentacruel in the back. You have a Ghost. They can just top left right now. You can live anything. This is, I was going to say, not a full hard counter because the Umbreon, Diggersby's whatever, but yeah, having a Fairy where you resist everything and then having a Jellicent where you resist everything here is a pretty good answer. And they're shielding why? There is no win con for them. Shielding up the next Skull. They're going to have to try and catch here, but getting the Shadow Ball off. This will take out with them like a couple HP. A little more than a couple. Umbreon, that Foul Play or register, but like, who cares? I'm guessing this is the one where your opponent just, your opponent got out. And you were wondering what to do. First of all, you would have won this matchup anyways. So, here's the thing. You would have won this matchup anyways, so you don't need to worry about what's the right thing to do. You would have won anyways. The right thing to do, there's very, very, very few times that I am... and this just shows his veteran hit. In those types of matchups, there's very, 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 very few times I am giving up that win. Even if I was losing the entire matchup and my opponent unluckily like lags out or something, I'm taking the win. And here's why. 3 reasons. 1, they would probably do the same thing to you majority of the time. 2, it probably will happen to you where you like, even against your opponent, not again, if it's not against the same opponent, that probably will happen to you at some point, and your opponent will 100% take the win. Not 100%, but like 99% take the win. And 3, with the amount of bugs in this game that cost you matchups, it's fine to steal one from the game if it lets you based on the game screw up. Now, have I ever left a matchup when that has happened? Yes. But it's a very, very specific circumstance where I've like already hit legend and I'm against a person who's like close to legend. Like that's pretty much the only time I'm giving it up. Otherwise, I'm just, yeah, you just take those wins. Anyways, that is it. Thanks for watching. And bear with me for like 10 seconds. I'm just looking at my schedule here to figure out when this is going up. I think this is going up Friday morning. And then I got the okay, yeah, so Thursday morning, Thursday afternoon. This will be Friday morning. This afternoon, King Gambit's now in the game as of tomorrow. So I've got that event coverage this afternoon. And then on Sunday, there's a community day, so I will have that event coverage on Saturday. And then we'll do a couple more Great League Remix. Maybe an Ultra League. I saw one Ultra League come through. I may save it for later. But yeah, like I can't I'm sorry. I know. I see you. I just want to. I see you and I appreciate you, Ultra League players. I saw your comments on the Ultra League. The fact that my best Great League team, Great League Remix teams, got over double the views of the best Ultra League teams when Great League Remix was just on the previous week and Ultra League has been on for weeks. And I haven't really made top Ultra League teams in a while. Says it all, unfortunately. Like it's just the Ultra League love is not there. And if you made it this far in the video, I asked my Discord if you're in the Discord, but not everyone's in the Discord. So if you made it this long, let me know in the comments below. The Poke Daxi video is, you know what? Maybe it's going to increase over time. Maybe this is one of those like longevity ones. And I understand it's an hour 25, so people saw that are just like, I'm not clicking that. Let me know why people aren't. Let me know if you watched it or not, and what you liked about it or not, and if you did not click it, why? Because it is actually one of my worst performing videos. The people who liked it seem to like really like it and stuff like that, but yeah, one of the worst clicked watch videos in a while here. So I just want to know, like, if I'm going to go down this road with this, I know this could just be more of like a longevity thing, or when people like have time to listen to it because it is so long. Let me know how I can make those better overall. So anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.